What is up, beautiful people? It's me, Tara J, back again with another one. And today, I am giving you guys a whole new spin. We're going to be talking about just some serious topics as of right now, because I just got to get it off my chest, because if I don't say it, who going to say it, right? So, before we get into that, I do want to make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell right next to the subscribe button, so you know every time I post a video, okay? Again, go subscribe to my channel. This video is completely different than all my other videos. We're going to be talking about some real life stuff and just the things that I've been seeing on social media and all kind of different kind of stuff like that, okay? So this is the video one of real life tea, okay? Let's get into it. So I recently came across this video on social media regarding a young black man and an older white woman, middle-aged white woman, that were all over social media. We're calling her Karen, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. The young man was bird watching supposedly in Central Park, just hanging out, chilling, minding his own business, as most black men are when shit goes down. So the lady is walking her dog, as she should be minding her business as well. The man asked her to put her dog on a leash, as is the rules. There's signs everywhere: no dog should be off the leash, or you'll have to take the dog elsewhere. The lady responds saying, my dogs need his exercise. I'm not gonna do that. He needs exercises. And for some odd reason, which is what I thought was weird, the black guy, he carries around puppy treats or something like that, he said. And he was like, okay, if you don't want to put the dog on a leash, then I'll have to kind of like do if you want to do what you want to do, I'm going to do what I want to do. So he begins to pull out his puppy treats, calling the dog to him. And the lady just got aggressive, like, you don't touch my dog, get back, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, now she's calling the police, saying, and she said that she's literally said it on camera, that I'm going to tell the police there is a black man in the park harassing me and my dog, and I feel this way and that way. If you guys saw this video, it's actually unbelievable. And it's like, what was the point of you calling the police for? What was he doing to you? Because he was recording you, which he had every right to. Why were you calling the police? Because your dog was off the leash and it should have been, and it was signs everywhere? What was you calling the police for? Because he was minding his own business and you bothering him? What are you really calling the police for? And you have the nerve to turn around to talking about, oh, I want to give a public apology to everyone because I'm not racist. I want to give a public apology. Why are you giving a public apology? You didn't do anything. You only did something to one person, and that was that black man. You should have been apologized to him before y'all even left the scene. And the point of you calling the police is for you to be there and for him to be there, right? But for some reason, when the police came, nobody was on the scene. So why do you people, yeah, you know exactly what people, not black people, you people. Why are you calling the police just to not be there, or just to make up a bullshit story that isn't factual? I commend every single person that has been recording every single thing, because people are really thinking that this stuff is just not happening when it's not. Do y'all listen to music? Like, do y'all listen to music every single day? Or go back to all the music in the 90s or before that. It's a lot of rap music out here talking about how blacks are dying every day. It just looks like it's major because now everybody have cameras. Were there camera phones back in the 80s, back in the 90s? I think not. It's disgusting. And the bad part about it is, like, I really got along with like other ethnicities. They never really did too much anything to me besides walk the opposite direction when I'm coming. It's like, I don't care. Like, get out of my way. At this point, I have royalty all around me. You in my circle anyway, so bag up. But that used to bother me. It's like, why are you walking another way, or why are you doing this just because I'm coming? Why? What you think? I don't care about that anymore. But the fact that you guys are calling the police for what reason? Just like the kids, they weren't even black, but the kids was in the park skateboarding, and another Karen comes harassing them. It's like, why are you bothering these kids? What are they doing to you? Are you jogging? For one, you're not even following the rules because you don't even have a mask on your face. So it's like, why are you even outside anyway? Bothering these kids, what are they doing to you? They're not messing up no property. They're not doing anything wrong but skateboarding. Leave them alone. Third one was the video that I just recently seen of these three young black men. I guess they're in like an apartment complex or whatever, and this white man comes up asking them all type of questions that they don't have to answer, because it's like, who is you? Who are you anyway to come asking me questions about why I'm here and do I belong here? Where's my unit? Where's my office? They answered it correctly. That's none of your business, because no one owe y'all any answers or any questions. It's like, why do y'all feel so entitled to, why do y'all feel so entitled? And that's the problem. The entitlement is scary, and that's why blacks are dying, because you guys feel like you guys aren't doing anything wrong. And it's the scariest thing in the world. the scariest thing in the world. Just like the two old police cops that killed Ahmaud Arbery just because he was jogging and he looks familiar. Like, what? We can really say all white people look the same. All black people don't look the same. We have 13 different kind of shades within our ethnicity. Now, y'all whites, y'all actually kind of do look the same. Or y'all making yourself look the same. But black people don't look the same. There's no way you could have mistaken him for somebody else. And the fact that you people decide to create a Facebook group justifying it is disgusting. So disgusting. And it's like, at this point, you guys are making me cringe. And I think it needs to be taken further because I don't see, maybe it's not being broadcasted enough, but I don't see too much of this happening in other countries outside of America. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this needs to be broadcasted further. And other people and other ethnicities in their country needs to step up. You don't have to be another ethnicity here in America, but in other countries they need to do something because apparently it's the system. Apparently it definitely is the system. Because how can a black man get killed with 3 police officers kneeling on his body and he's yelling out he can't breathe, he want his mom, please let me up, because he was accused of forgery? Wow, you got this, okay, I'm not gonna say it, you got this Caucasian male walk into a church and kill 9 black people just because he was just a piece of shit. Just because. Y'all take him to Burger King? Like, what's the difference behind that? Tell me, what is it behind that? I don't understand. The protesters. Let's talk about the protesters that are protesting Mr. George Floyd, because that's the man that was recently killed with the policeman's knees on his neck, right? The protesters, they're gas, what is it called? Tear gas. They're shooting out all kind of missiles. They're shooting out all kind of stuff at all of these people that are protesting. But back in April, the whites were wilding because they didn't want to stay in a house. Like, Muggs is at City Hall with rifles, no mask on, yelling and screaming in other people's faces, coughing, doing the absolute most, just extra because they have the privilege to do so. So what makes it different? These protesters with rifles and all kind of wild shit going on just off the strength that they are being held with their rights because they don't want to stay in a house for their own health benefit. Versus all of these people here with no rifles. I mean, they were wild and they were busting out windows and doing a lot, but shit, it justifies it to me. Because is kneeling on somebody's neck not wilding? Because you have a badge and you can do so? And the nerve of the other police officers that's gonna say in the video, this is why you don't do drugs. What the hell does that got to do with this police officer just chilling with his hand in his pocket with his knees on his neck? And then the people that comes with the bed, the whatever it's called, the bed to lay your body on, go to the ambulance bed, whatever it's called. They don't say anything until they're right up underneath him. So they're walking up, watching the man still sitting on his neck, still there, and they get about half a centimeter close, and then he gets up. So at this point, y'all are in the wrong as well. Why are those people getting fired and y'all not? Y'all don't care. Y'all just getting another black body out the middle of the street. And if y'all doing that, because then y'all leave Mike Brown in the middle of the street to die? For how long? Do y'all want to talk about that? Or let's go further. The mayor of the Minneapolis police officers that killed George Floyd. This man says, this is the right call, Frey said in the statement on Twitter. Social media is the devil. He decided to fire those police officers because they murdered this man. Just fired him. And I'm like, how did you feel like that was justifiable? This man wasn't doing anything wrong. He wasn't He wasn't resisting arrest. Y'all know what I mean. He wasn't fighting the fucking police officers at all. Resisting arrest. He wasn't doing none of that. He was laying on the ground and he was saying, I cannot breathe. He was saying, please let me up. He was calling for his mama, a grown man calling for his mama. How harmful is that? Tell me. Please tell me how harmful is that? So my question to you is, how can y'all do better? It takes one person to make a difference. Just like today. I saw on Facebook a homeless man. He was in distress. He was unarmed. I don't know what he could have possibly had did wrong, but it was one black man and 3 police officers. What? How's that? And Denzel Washington comes up and he, I guess, I don't know what he's saying, but someone catches him on video and he comes up and intervenes and try to resolve the problem. And honestly, he probably saved that man's life, because who's to say what these Caucasian, other races, ethnicities besides black police officers step up and they could have did anything. But then we don't want to talk about black police officers because some of y'all are opposed to, like the guy in Indiana. Which one of y'all said it was going to be a closed casket again? Y'all chased him down because he was what? What was he doing wrong?
I think it's going to be a closed casket, homie.
Huh? Stop the shelf, Casey.
Y'all killed him and shot him down how many times for what? Y'all want to talk about that too? I'm just not understanding. I just don't. We really got to do better as people. For one, we all need to come together and unite and stop comparing black on black crime to police brutality and racism, because they're gonna start using that too. Oh, well, you guys are killing each other anyway, so this is justified. It's always a justification for something, so we have to stop giving them a reason to justify anything. And if we come together more and love on each other more and stand strong more and fight back more, they always say everything doesn't result in violence, but at this point, we die from anything. And how do you die? Violence. Okay? So I ain't saying violence is the right thing, but I ain't saying die either. And another thing off topic that I want to point to is that I saw something simple on Facebook talking about Miss Ayesha Curry, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name right, Ayesha Curry, and the young man, I screenshotted this, and his comment was, when she was on the, I guess she was on the talk show, and she was a little bit heavier set, and she was, I guess she mentioned that other men don't pay attention to her or something like that. So he got a screenshot of her and then the picture of her recent post of how she snatched it. She got this long curly hair in her swimsuit or whatever, right? I'll have it right there. And he says, left picture, her husband's love wasn't good enough for her. Right picture, her completely changing herself to gain attention of other men. When are we going to talk about self-hate of the black woman? This is a black man post, by the way. Like, what? Like, how does her getting her body together and getting in shape have anything to do with her self-hate? At this point, I think her getting in shape and becoming healthy has everything to do with her self-love. Like, who raised you? How do you know her? Do you know her personally to be thinking that her husband's love is not enough? Do you know her personally? No. So how do you know that she doesn't love herself? How do you know that? And then you're putting all black women into one little bubble that's saying, when are we going to talk about the self-hate of the black woman? I love myself. I don't know about you and whoever raised you, and if you got sisters or cousins, whoever, but the people that I know and the black women that I know, they love themselves, honey. So don't do that. I gotta love. It's people that struggling still with becoming them, but don't say that just by losing weight has everything to do with self-love and self-hate in the black women community, because it's so much more than that. Because at this point, do you love the black women? Because you might be the problem. I think she looks beautiful, and when I saw that picture, I was like, yep, yes, 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 girl, you did that. She had me looking at myself like, yeah, I gotta get in the gym. I instantly didn't think nothing about she hated herself 2 years ago when she was a little thicker. Like, what do y'all be on? Like, how does this one picture, and then why do you take the time to put these two pictures together? Like, why did you do that? Why? She didn't post these pictures like this. Like, people really don't think before they speak, and that's the problem. That is a huge problem in today's world. And so my thing that I'm asking is that we step out of our own being and our own sense for a second and put ourselves in somebody else's shoes. And if somebody compare you like that, it says some negative bullshit like that, how would you feel? Also, with the police brutality in the country, I ask you, the people that are watching this from other countries, to speak out, to say something, because it takes the entire world to do something more than one nation. Because apparently America is not doing enough. Apparently somebody somewhere doesn't care. So it takes other nations to be like, okay, enough is enough. Something has to give. We need to bring out something, some kind of armed forces. We need something, because this is not gonna stop, and it hasn't stopped. And as people get older and people continue to have kids, I don't want mine to die, or anybody connected to me. I already lost somebody from police brutality, and they were a security guard helping someone else, trying to save someone else's life, and they got killed trying to save somebody else's life. Like, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting, and I'm so disappointed, and I just don't know what else to say. So, I'm Tara J, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment below, but any negative comments, be sure that it will be deleted. Okay? Peace out. Much love. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye.
It's the Real Life TV.